my God, it's like Gallup. It literally feels like Gallup. So, I'm in a New York City taxi right now, and I'm about to go meet Bryan and Bradford, the men behind Two Blind Brothers. You're gonna find out all about that when I'm with them, but I'm so excited. AT&T is making it possible for me to meet them, so shout out to you, AT&T. Thank you so much. Hello, you guys. I am here in New York City at the Two Blind Brothers headquarters with Bryan and Bradford, or Brad for short. And I want you guys to kind of give like a brief synopsis of your story. And me telling somebody to be brief is kind of like, you know, a little hypocritical because my brief is 20 minutes. So as long as it's less than 20 minutes, it's brief to me.
Cool, I'm happy to, but I see Brad's pretty eager.
Well, I'm the older brother, so I'll go first. Our story, if you don't know it, Bryan and I both have an eye disease called Stargardt's disease. That's where you lose your center vision, but you keep peripheral vision.
Opposite of me. So I was saying to them earlier, like if you put us together, one of us would be fully sighted and the other would be blind. So
one gets Gallup and one gets eyesight, so it's a fair trade.
50-50.
True.
Basically, Bryan and I are brothers. We're about 6 years apart. We were diagnosed with this eye disease when we were around 7 years old. We were both working here in New York City. About a year and a half ago, we wanted to do something charitable for the research related to these eye conditions. And in our part-time, we started a small clothing company called Two Blind Brothers. And the story behind that is Bryan and I were shopping for a shirt here in Bloomingdale's, New York City. We accidentally walked out with the same exact shirt. And the reason is because when we go shopping, if you're blind or visually impaired, you focus so much on touch. So
everything. I'm walking around feeling everything, like the 5-year-old in the store, knocking stuff over, touching everything.
You know what's so funny?
The hands of the eyes.
Every time I mention that story to somebody and you feel everything, everybody does this as a pantomime. I'm not sure. I guess it's like the universal sign for just touching everything.
Wait, waving hands?
Yeah, just like
waving
hands.
what I was just doing?
Yeah.
Touching.
So basically, we thought it was hilarious, and we realized that the reason was because we focus so much on touch. When you can't see the prices, you can't see the brands that well. That's the first kind of piece of information you use. So we decided to do a casual wear clothing line focused on the fabrics in the sense of touch. And it was going to be a small, part-time charitable project.
Side thing. Something fun to do on the weekend.
Over the next few months, we started getting some really interesting media attention on it.
You know, like Ellen, no big deal.
I'm happy you said it because it's his favorite line.
Yeah, I honestly.
Yeah, like casual time I was on the Ellen DeGeneres.
It was just a casual Wednesday.
Yeah.
We have the Ellen check we got from the Ellen DeGeneres show up on the wall here. Here's the frame up there, and
the massive.
Yeah.
I can't even reach how big it is. That's so crazy.
It was so much fun. We got a ton of help from Ellen DeGeneres, from Richard Branson of the Virgin Group, and
just casual or name dropping.
Yeah, what it did is it created all this momentum we never expected. We decided right then to quit our jobs, come in full time, hired a bunch of people, and one of the more exciting things is we moved our production facility. We originally had it here in New York City so that we could monitor it, but after we got some of this publicity, a group reached out to us, the Dallas Lighthouse for the Blind in Dallas, Texas, and they just so happened to own a cut and sew manufacturing facility. We partnered with their facility to have 70% of the workers who are blind and visually impaired make our clothing. So
that is so neat.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. So it actually helps employ blind people.
Totally.
Yeah.
So wow, that's really neat because obviously you guys would know that there's a huge unemployment rate in the blind community.
Absolutely.
And that's a huge issue. So not only is your clothing, because 100% of the proceeds, correct me if I'm wrong,
100%, yeah, 100%
go
of the
towards
profits,
research,
yeah. Right.
For finding a cure. Which peeps on my channel know that I personally don't want a cure. But I think it's great that, you guys are helping for people who do.
Right.
Because, as much as I don't personally want to be cured in my life, I know that there's lots of people who do.
Yeah. Right.
And so I think it's great that you guys are doing this and employing blind people along the way and raising awareness for blindness through fashion, which is something that
I can highly relate to as a blind fashion lover myself. Okay, well, I feel like I should share with you guys one of my, because it literally just happened. So I'm out here in New York City speaking at the YouTube space, and right next, or like the YouTube space is in Chelsea Market. And so I was like, well, I'm here, I might as well like do some shopping around Chelsea Market. And of course, as mentioned, I'm feeling my way around.
Oh God.
And that's when I felt a man's butt. Not the display of jewelry, the man's butt.
Oh,
and
God.
then somebody was like, that's a person. And I was like, ooh, and like,
How did he react?
oblivious.
Was he like keep going,
He was
or did he
oblivious.
jump away?
No, just
he
like
had no idea.
kept on shopping.
Like it happens to him every minute of his life.
He's just like, I got that tushy that people just want to grab. No, so then I'm like
It's
continuing.
a gift and a curse, I'll
right?
be honest.
So it was you all along. We did meet.
I didn't want to bring it up before.
Right,
this.
too awkward. So then I'm like continuing to feel the display, acting like nothing happened, and it's a display of sunglasses and jewelry. And I'm like, oh,
no.
Mom, look at these earrings. They're so nice. They're like keys. And she's like, actually, that's just the keys.
Oh.
And I was like, this is not my night. Like, this is so awkward. And then, of course, we always feel the mannequin or a person thinking it's a mannequin.
Oh, yeah.
Or talk to the mannequin thinking it's a store clerk. Like, there's so many mishaps. The more you shop, and I can tell you I shop a lot,
Yeah.
the more you run into these
Moments.
These problems. But now you have your own clothing line, so you don't even have to shop because you have like
Oh, seriously.
clothes ready to go.
You should
Yeah.
see my closet. It's literally just 2 blind brother shirts and pants.
That's it.
And it makes my life really simple.
I think one thing that you just said though was super interesting and something we talk about a lot is like when you have a visual impairment, I'm sure any sort of differentiated, unique thing about you, like you're gonna run into awkward moments. And it's been just such a tool for us to just have good humor and laugh at it and
It's
go
the
through
only
it.
way.
Yeah, and honestly, it is like the magic trick that makes none of it matter, you know? And I think that that's something that we talk to our audience about a lot, you know?
No, it's
helped
key.
us a lot.
A sense of humor is key. And I'm going to link all of their social platforms down below in the description box. I'm going to link their website. And I'm also going to link the Experience More campaign through AT&T because that's who has allowed me to come and meet you guys. And I know you guys are working with the Experience More campaign. What do you, like, how does it feel to know that such a huge corporate company like AT&T actually is working with blind people and cares about our community?
Yeah, I mean, when they first reached out, I was so thrilled because visual impairment has always been a little bit of a, you know, to most people, private thing. You know?
And we're also, within the disability community, we're small.
Yeah,
like, we are a very, very small community.
but mighty.
Yes, but mighty.
But which was great because now all of a sudden you had this giant company who was going to dedicate resources, time, and energy not only to raising awareness, but actually to help folks who need it with accessibility from their different platforms to the different tools that they can use. And it's just unbelievable to see that companies care enough to focus on something so close to our hearts. But you know, it is 11 million people across the US, which is a ton of folks who otherwise didn't have a voice.
Right.
And it's awesome to see that they're doing it this way.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to link all of that information below if you want to find out more about their Experience More campaign. And you can always share how you guys experience more in your own lives using the hashtag Experience More. Because I feel like you two have really, you know, this company has really allowed you to experience more and to bring other people, you know, into it. Like we said, like allowing people who are blind to be a part of your journey with making the clothing. I mean, I find you guys really inspiring because a goal my entire life has been to start a clothing company. Like, I love fashion. I have a whole binder at home of horribly designed outfits that I drew when I was like 7 and 8.
Does Mom still have those?
Mom, do we still have those?
Roll
Yes,
the
we
B-roll.
do. So I find it really inspiring. You guys make me feel like it's definitely something that I can pursue one day because, you know, my audience will ask me if I'm ever going to come out with merch, but I don't just want to come out with merch.
Yeah.
I want to come out with my own clothing.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
Well, we
seeing
can
that
help
you guys
you.
have done it, now
Yeah.
I'm going to come to you for all of the tips and tricks that you guys have learned along the way. How to get the softest fabric. So I want to try some of this stuff on.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Okay, so you just mentioned Ira?
Yes. So this is a very exciting technology. I actually met the founder of this company 2 years ago, and AT&T is powering Ira as part of the Experience More campaign. I just wanted to show it to you because it's something that a lot of people with severe visual impairment have been like very excited about.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I'm so pumped to tell you about it. So what it is it's either done with your phone or a pair of smart glasses that Ira provides.
Like Google Glass almost.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
And there's a discrete camera in the glasses, or you can use your phone. And when you tap your phone or you tap your glasses, it connects you fairly instantly to a visual orientation trained specialist that can now see through the camera and describe what's in front of you to help blind or visually impaired people with navigation, with restaurants, whatever. So I'm gonna show you how it works here.
That's so interesting.
Morning, Bradford. Thanks for calling Ira. This is Wendell. How can I help you today?
Hey Wendell, can you just tell me a little bit about what you're seeing right now?
Certainly. One moment here. Let me just...
Wait, is this a real human?
Yeah.
You're a real human?
Well, I was last time I checked. What have you heard?
Oh my god, this is so cool. Hi, it's really nice to meet you.
I'm looking at a brightly lit room. Oh, wow. Okay. Pink. This is very pink. You've got somebody in a pink long-sleeved shirt waving. And from your location, when you're out and about, we can call you an Uber from our dashboard.
Ooh, very helpful. Can you also make sure they don't deny my guide dog? That would be great.
I would be willing to do that. I can tell you that doing this job, you get a real chip on your shoulder about accessibility.
Yeah, huh? I've had that chip for a while.
When you're blind or you're visually impaired, you trust people a lot. When we go shopping or we're at a restaurant, we ask for a recommendation. We're like trusting other people to give us good advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we did this thing on our website where we black out the whole website. We take down all the product images. The whole screen is black with a video that explains that we trust people a lot and we want to give our visitors the chance to trust us. So there was a button that said, I will shop blind. Mm-hmm. They click it, and then they got item 1, item 2, no product description, no image, no nothing, and just a purchase button.
That's really cool.
And the candle was one of the surprise items. So that was a really fun thing for us.
And you guys with the bracelets, do you only have feel?
Yep, that feels on all the bracelets. It says feel, and then actually I liked your idea for another one.
I said love. You guys should do
That's
love.
a good one too.
So I think it should be the Molly bracelet.
We'll
We
make
actually
it.
we do name all of our products after people, so maybe we could figure this out.
Yeah, the Molly. And you guys would all have to buy it. That'll be my first merch line. The Love Molly bracelet.
Ooh.
So what are the new products? Tell me what the new products are.
We're working on like a